Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric, and ports are the rage on the Nintendo Switch. We're getting a lot of Wii U ports and ports of arcade hits like Capcom Classic Bundle and, SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. All sorts of games coming back from the past, the arcade archives, and one game that we got actually features 3 all-time classics of its series. We got Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, or Crash Bandicoot, as I used to call it growing up. So this has been in my backlog. I actually reviewed this a while back on the PS4, and the Switch version happened to stumble into my hands, and I wanted to go ahead and compare it to the PS4 version. So let's go ahead and do that in today's video. So as I mentioned, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy actually came out a couple years ago for the other consoles. I reviewed the PS4 version and thoroughly liked it. Now, I wasn't a big PlayStation guy growing up, so I really didn't play the Crash Bandicoot games until the Insane Trilogy, to be quite honest. And I was actually impressed, even though I thought the level of difficulty was insane, pun intended, because of the old school type of feel that the PlayStation games had. It's a 3D environment, however, it's not a complete 360 environment, so the camera angles sometimes can be a little difficult. Crash can control a little, laggy at times, and some of the jumps are kind of hard to judge. So all those problems that I faced playing on the PS4 were problems that stemmed from the PlayStation original era. So it is true and faithful to the original style of the game as far as the level design and things go. There's not too much different in way of that. And I guess the major thing about this game is that the graphics are remastered and updated for HD. And also that you get 3 games for the price of 1. So that is a tremendous value. Now, let me step up and say, in regards to the Switch version, I do believe it might be a little bit more than the PlayStation and Xbox versions. So if you already have those 2 games on the other consoles, you really shouldn't have to pick this one up. But if you don't, then this one is actually a pretty good value for 3 games in 1. Classic series on the Nintendo Switch of a beloved franchise. I know Crash has a huge fan following, and yeah, if you grew up playing these games, then it's perfect to have these, especially with the Switch. You can play it anywhere, anytime, any place with the tablet mode. The game runs just as good as it did on the PlayStation 4 version that I checked out a few years ago. I, again, didn't really experience the Crash Bandicoot games until the Insane Trilogy, and now I'm getting to play it on a Nintendo system, which I think that's really cool. Growing up, I never thought I would see the day of that, to be completely honest, and these games actually feature a lot of content, a lot of fun, and I think as far as platformers go, they need to have a little bit more of those on the Switch, to be honest. 3D platformers at that, and this one's a good one to have. So, I mean, I don't have to sit here all day and act like, is this a good game or not? We know Crash Bandicoot's great, or else they wouldn't have made 3 fucking games in the first original trilogy. So, it is definitely good. Everything that you liked about the original Crash series, if you play it growing up, translates over, and it translates over well to the Switch version. Usually the Switch gets a lot of these horrible ports of games that came out on the other consoles, like really lazy ports that have bad frame rate, bad controls, and just overall just suck. And I gotta be glad to say that Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is not one of those ports. This one's actually really well done, and it is worth the money. I believe you can get it for about $29.99, I think so, as of this video. So it is definitely worth checking. If you hadn't played Crash before, or if you have a youngin that wants to try challenging, because it is challenging and I die a lot game, then you got 3 for the price of 1 right here. So it's a definite no-brainer that you go out and check Crash Bandicoot. Now, and there's a couple of new things, I guess, if in case you aren't aware, you can play as some of the other characters in the original Crash Bandicoot game. So that's pretty cool that you can trade characters and play as different things like that. And of course, it has unlockables. There's new challenges, new animations for characters, graphics, 3 full games, 100 plus levels, 2 brand new playable characters, and it has the portability of the Nintendo Switch, and it's a lot of fun. This is actually the definitive version of the games. I'm not sure how much they would cost separately if you were to buy them all on the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2 or whatever consoles they all came out on originally. But I do know that the Nintendo Switch is a game console that has a lot of ports, and this one was thrown on there late after it was on for several while. For a period of time, it was on the other two consoles. They finally took this over, and I thought that this would be a sign that Bandicoot was going to be on Smash Brothers, and there's still hope for that. But yeah, just grab this game. It's a classic series, classic franchise that's on a great system that features the best of everything. We got modern games and classic games and ports, all sorts of things. Crash Bandicoot feels right at home on the Nintendo Switch, guys. And with that, I could recommend that you definitely get it right now. Go to the store, grab it, go to GameStop, play it. And yeah, and if you've played Insane Trilogy, even if it wasn't on the Switch, what did you think? Comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and throw a subscription, a like, all that good jazz. And I will see you on the next video, guys. Have a great day. Peace out. Yours truly will be at the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo, February 23rd and 24th in Pasadena, California at the Pasadena Convention Center. There will be a free play console area, an arcade area, retro gaming tournaments, and some giveaways, prizes, photo ops, meet and greets. 8-Bit Eric t-shirts will be on sale. You can save 10% on your tickets, any ticket, using code 8-Bit Eric. Be there or be square, bitch!